Mr. Anderson. Agent Smith here. Your Tahoe is ready. Jim Smith, rental car review number 3, back in Albany, New York. Saratoga Lake behind us. This is a 2015 Chevy Tahoe LT 4-wheel drive. It's big, it's brassy, and it runs over Toyota Priuses. Priuses? What's Prius? What's plural for Prius? I'm not sure. But seriously, when you're on the freeway and this huge grille comes up upon a Prius, they really do just get out of the way, which is probably the best feature of this car. Let's do a quick walk around. Sorry for the hand. So this is the latest iteration of GM's full-size SUV. You've got the Tahoe, the Suburban, and the GMC Yukon in various trim levels. This is the Tahoe LT 4-wheel drive, 20-inch wheel package with side steps, running boards, whatever you want to call them. Not sure I like the chrome trim around the primary greenhouse. Not sure why they didn't extend it to the secondary greenhouse as well, but it does give it a bit of a signature. Very slab-sided. I actually like the, I think it's the 3rd generation Tahoe better, which was like the 2002-2005 era. This is extremely comfortable. It's very competent. 5.3 liter V8, 355 horsepower with cylinder deactivation, 6-speed automatic transmission. It really runs very well. Nice package. Once you get used to the physical girth. Also don't care for the LED bright spot pinpoints here. I don't know, it seems Christmas tree phony to me. But let's see how she does. I'd like to start this review with some statistics. The Chevy Tahoe, the Chevy Suburban, the GMC Yukon, and I think I'm missing one. Anyway, the full-size SUVs that General Motors manufactures, if they would have spawned that off as its own company, it would actually make the Fortune 500 list. That shows how important these vehicles are to General Motors. It shows how well that they sell, and it shows how much profit margin there is in these things. What we have here is a 2015 Tahoe LT 4-wheel drive, and we're just bumping against $57,000 for this vehicle. It weighs 6,000 pounds. It can tow 8,500. It uses the 5.3 liter V8, which was the same motor that was in my Avalanche. Here we're producing 355 horsepower. It's direct injected, has cylinder deactivation for fuel mileage, and it's coupled to a 6-speed automatic transmission. The package is wonderful. Plenty of torque everywhere in the RPM range. The 6-speed automatic transmission really takes advantage of that. It's always in the right gear. It really performs very well with the 6-speed. It's a conventional 6-speed torque converter. It's made for towing. It's got a tow haul mode. This vehicle is equipped with a trailer brake built right into the vehicle, which is great. These things clearly were made for hauling and towing and carrying a lot of people. Other than that, I'm not exactly sure why you would actually buy one of these. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's quiet, it's a great freeway cruiser, but it's not in any way inspiring to drive. It's not fun to drive. You have to manhandle it. But after being in it for a few days and putting a few hundred miles on it, I actually kind of like it because it is big and brassy and it feels like nothing can get in your way. It's that satisfying on the freeway. And I've gotten, you know, around the twisty roads here around Albany, it's actually not bad. I mean, it's amazing how well it handles considering its girth, but you always know every steering input, every brake input, every throttle input has to be precise and methodical and well thought out because it's just so big. As far as the interior goes, it's also big. The seats are big, although comfortable, very well appointed. Heated seats, you know, I go on and on about heated seats. I love my heated seats. General Motors takes it one step further, which I really like. They allow you to heat the back from the butt independently, which is nice. Here we have a similar theme, just like in some of my other cars I really like. Black leather with white stitching. We've got the same thing here. We've got some fake wood on the doors, which I don't care for, but other than that, it's quite nice. We do have navigation in this vehicle. We've got rear climate control, we've got our front climate control, we've got our nav screen and our audio entertainment system. You know, most vehicles are consolidating everything to the touchscreen. This stuff on the touchscreen, but here they've also got redundant buttons. Not redundant, these are primary buttons. I would say that the touchscreen is actually redundant. The primary buttons are here, and it's a little frenetic, actually. It's especially at nighttime. There's lots of buttons and everything is lit up, and it's a bit confusing. Once you get used to it, it's fine, and it does carry over from older generations of Tahoes. So people that are used to the full-size SUV format, you know, fall right into it. It's got this peculiar seam here. It almost looks like in the Chevy Malibu, the LCD screen goes up so you can access a compartment back there. I can't figure out how to get this one open. I'm not sure if it does open or not. I can't imagine why else you would have this split here if it doesn't open, but I can't quite figure out how to open it. Oh, wait a second, I just did. It does open. Look at that. So it's just like the Malibu. Oh, and look, we have a little USB input. I could hide my phone in there. That's great. Okay, that explains that. Is it going to close? There we go. So nice, you know, it's fine. It's got charge ports and USB ports and all kinds of fun stuff, and my heated seats. Moving along to the center, we got mostly conventional gauges, you know, a lot of new vehicles, and this is new. I mean, this was redesigned in last year, 2014, but yeah, we've got old-fashioned gauges. There's not a lot of configuration you could do with the gauges because they're, you know, fixed. We've got some stuff here. We can page through a bunch of information. Interesting omission here is a trip computer with fuel mileage. I think they just don't really want you to know how much fuel mileage you're getting in this thing. EPA quotes 23. I seriously doubt if I'm going to get 23, but without a trip computer, I'll probably never know because, well, actually, I could fill it up and figure it out when I get to the airport. Very nice feature. Trailer brakes are included, adjustable pedals, and this is a new one for me. We have lane departure warning, and on a vehicle this big, that actually might come in handy. It's a little too sensitive on smaller roads. It works well on the freeway, but the seat actually has the seat's got haptic feedback. I guess that's the proper term for it. But it's basically, it vibrates. So if you veer off to the right and you cross the white line, your right cheek vibrates. And if you cross the line on the left side, your left cheek vibrates. I'm not exactly sure what will happen if you cross a double yellow line. Maybe we'll try that on the way home. So that's an interesting feature. I'd like to see also a blind spot avoidance or a blind spot warning system, which this does not have, but I think that's handy. It does have a hell of a blind spot. When you look back there, the second row seat's headrest blocks that quarter window almost completely. It does have a third row of seats. It's supposed to fit 7. We'll check that out later. It's big, and it's got, oh, check out the center console here. The center console is like bigger than my bathroom. And you could fit, like, it's like unbelievable how big this thing is. So the word of the day is extra large, and that's what this vehicle is. But it's comfortable, it's quiet, and it feels like nothing can get in your way. We're driving. We're on a nice twisty road in a 6,000-pound vehicle. Let's see how she does. Once you get used to manhandling this, and you get used to the physical size, and you get used to the fact that your ass vibrates when you go over the lane. And by the way, when you cross the double yellow, it's the same as a white. It just vibrates your left cheek. But I gotta watch my speed here. Yeah, I'm very rapidly exceeding the speed limit. Beautiful day here in Albany. Still some fall colors left, and this is a great ride. I mean, $57,000 is a hard pill to swallow, but it's very luxurious. We're going to explore. It's got something called accident avoidance. I'm not exactly sure what that is, nor do I think I want to find out, but we're going to explore that. It's also got rain sensing wipers. The rain sensing wipers, it detects when the rain starts and it starts the wipers, but you still have to select the intermittent frequency of the wipers, which is odd. The Jeep Grand Cherokee that I had, you know, would just work automatically. You just didn't have to touch it. This thing, you still have to fiddle with it. So hang on, I'm going to stop here, and we'll keep going. I'll be back in a second. I want to show you how quick this thing accelerates, how eager it is to rev, and how fast the shifts are. For a conventional pushrod motor and a slushbox 6-speed transmission, it really works quite well. So hang on a second, sorry for the hand. So ready? 1, 2, 3. as we approach the 25-mile-an-hour speed limit zone. Let's slow down. Just amazing. And there goes my left ass cheek vibrating because I'm veering off the road. It's just, I mean, this is like Corvette territory here. This is the same technology that's in the Corvette. And in a 6,000-pound vehicle, it really works. I mean, it's just, it's really a wonderful what they've done with a pushrod V8 and the technology that we have today. It's just amazing. See you in a minute. I'm here in the third row of the Tahoe, third row seat, the very back row. And I'm 5'6.5", and this is tight for me. I mean, I fit fine. I have plenty of knee space here, but with my short inseam, I have 28-inch inseam, and my knees are pretty much in my chest. So this is really just reserved for kids back here. I guess if you want a bigger back seat, buy the Suburban, because it's bigger, and here you've got very little. There's actually very little luggage room with the seat up. So I'm going to jump in the next row and check the back seat out. Hi, I'm in the back seat doing some leisure reading. This is the owner's manual for the Tahoe, and it's also big. So is the back seat. I'm completely stretched out. My feet, wait, hang on. My feet are up against the door, and I'm nearly at 5'6.5". I'm nearly full length in the back seat. Kind of nice. This would have been nice as kids. The seats themselves are very nice, very comfortable, and they have this great pulled tight leather. They're very contoured. Nice pull tight leather. It reminds me of a BMW X5. It's very German back here. It's really nice, as well as the front seats. It's nice to see that in a Chevy. So we're going to get underway. I'm driving today to Springfield, Massachusetts to see the Indian Motorcycle Museum, and my sister's going to meet me there. So we'll take a little road trip today. So I'm on a road trip today. We're doing 2 hours to Springfield, Massachusetts to the Indian Motorcycle Museum, and then 2 hours back. About an hour and a half into the trip here, and I'm really liking some of this technology. So let me talk about the accident avoidance feature. So there's a front-facing radar that senses the vehicle in front of you in the distance, and it gives you a little green light on the dash cluster to show you that you're a safe distance away. If you get too close, it turns yellow, and if you're not deaccelerating quickly enough as you approach the vehicle, you've got a heads-up display that flashes a bright red light on the windscreen, and your seat vibrates both left and right cheeks. It works really, really well. The freeways come to an abrupt stop a couple of times, and I've anticipated it, but the system has kicked in and said, hey, something's going on in front of you that you need to be aware of. If this vehicle was equipped with the adaptive cruise control, that system would be linked to the brakes, and it would actually apply the brakes and bring you to a complete stop. I don't have that, but at least it's halfway there, and it actually does work. It's very effective. The other thing that totally blew me away is the cylinder deactivation. I'm going to show you both of these displays. You'll see a green car icon in the center of the dash, and then you'll see off to the right, there's a little V4 and V8. That shows you the cylinder deactivation feature. So you'll notice there's a couple of lights on the dashboard. The one in the center, the little green car, that shows you how far I am following the car in front of me. Green means you're in a safe distance. Off to the right, we've got the V8. That shows I'm using all 8 cylinders. I'm actually going up a hill right here, so I'm using all 8 cylinders. But it's amazing to me how little you use the 8 cylinders. I mean, I can cruise. As soon as we crest this hill, you'll see I'll go back into V4, and it's amazing how little, how few cylinders you actually need to maintain 6,000 pounds at 70 miles an hour. It's really amazing. Let's see if we can get this thing to kick down. There's the V4. So you know, I crested the hill, no real change in throttle position, and I'm now running on 4 cylinders. Green light icon shows you how far I'm following the car. I'm going to get close to this guy and see if we can get this thing to turn yellow. I'm going to accelerate back into V8 mode. I'm going to accelerate into this truck. And yellow. So to review, this 2015 Chevy Tahoe, sure it's big, sure it's brassy, and sure it's expensive, but it's awesome. If you need to tow 8,500 pounds and carry 7 passengers in excellent comfort, there's nothing else on the market. It's also really nice to see the evolution of this product, to go from my 2002 Chevy Avalanche with the 5.3-liter V8 and the 4-speed automatic. They learned everything that they could from that vehicle, and they've made it better in this vehicle. It works really, really well. Great package. Not revolutionary by any standards, but it's a nice package. So until next time, we'll see you later.